Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trevor Acid Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Like this video, comment down below, let me know. Gang. Now in this video, we are going to be talking about the celebrities that have been reacting to the recent divorce/separation announcement by TUFACE and Annie. You know, they've been the beloved of Nigerians. The African Queen music video that trended worldwide, so renowned, was based off their love story, and they've been a lot tied to it. Okay, now I'm going to be backing up a bit to show you guys one thing. Okay, the places I've had to walk to to gather this gist. Please help me and subscribe, because it's not small transport. I trek to this place, use bus, use flight, use car. Before I finish, I came down, I walked to this blog. I packed story, I went to this blog. Please help me and subscribe, okay? Anyway, so I'm going to be starting with one that, there's a way it is so, but I will tell you people the way it is. So this is from Gist Madam. And somebody wrote, because I need to start from the beginning. Somebody wrote, I'm not surprised. I don't know if anyone remembers VN Tetsola, MBGN 2000, who risked her reign and lost her crown because of two baba. It was on national TV, Morning Ride on NTA 2, Channel 5. He said, and I quote, "I no promise anyone marriage. She should have been his first baby mama. She took him in when he had an accident and nursed him to health because they were dating. She didn't care it could mess her reign as MBGN 2000 queen. African Queen was then produced to further pepper VN. That hit hard and scared me about love, and also makes me insist on spelling out relationships. Some years back, remember Annie dragged two Baba's mom, siblings and Peru, screaming her head off, cursing his manager for hiding him. I would love to hear to Baba's side before I conclude. If you have had a highly manipulative family member, you would not always see a victim without hearing both sides. Some people are masters at making villains out of people, whereas they are the villains." Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So we are starting off hot, giving you a backstory, because I see this story precedes their entire relationship according to this person, because this was before. But you know that one thing was, TUFACE was a master in dating numerous people. We are not talking about an innocent, gentle guy. He had a series of girlfriends. He was on the top. Another person went on to say, "Do you remember one time I told you TUFACE was never in love with Annie, but Sumbo? Before he proposed, he was speaking to a very popular warrior chief on his dilemma." This is the story. Remember my last video, I talked about something like this. He said a warrior chief on his dilemma, and he categorically said Peru was out of the question. He loved Annie, but was in love with Sumbo. That's the story I heard. The chief asked him who he loved the most and would tolerate his lifestyle. He said Annie. Reason he married her. The chief said, and I quote, "You see my wife, you no get waiting on I go tell her or she go see when she go come out from my house." I overheard this conversation myself from the chief, his wife and friends. This was around the time Lillian and Ubi were getting married, and she had called off the ceremony low-key because Ubi used to hit her. How did we jump from year to year? Fam, that's one thing we gossip. Guys, like if you have not liked already, see where I have carried you people to. One of their celebrity friends was around and pulling out of the wedding support because he was warning Lillian not to go ahead. I feel bad for Annie and TUFACE. They were both victims. He tried to love her, but she lost herself loving him. That left him with nothing to love. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is a very, very, very sad situation. Reading off some of the stories on Gist Madam. The first one said, remember, we are still going to talk celebrity ones. Let's hear the Aproko side, okay? Because I've spent all these transports jumping from one bus to the other. So the first one said, he left her a year ago because he said it when he came to Yankee. Sure, you are hearing. When we all went out and he was there, he wanted to relocate then to Yankee and run from her. Wicked man. Is it now that he can get her help? He now decided to pull this stunt. Two-Face wants to relocate to Yankee. Must be nice. It's a long time coming. He left her a long time ago. They should have never gotten married. I can never forget that Valentine's Day proposal he rushed to do for her just because Pero was pregnant. Like they were in the middle of their usual on and off relationship and were off at the time only for him to pull that proposal stunt. And he was too confused and stunned and started crying. We all assumed it was tears of joy at that time. We know better later. Wow. Somebody replied, the proposal was in a club. I remember it was in a club. They weren't dating. They weren't even talking, as they had broken up at that time. It looked like she was finally done then. Suddenly, he randomly randomly surprised her with the proposal and she accepted. Somebody said Pero fell pregnant for him again in 2018 and 2019, but aborted it codedly when they were already married. So these were the things that were, most times when she was going into those her outbursts and people were like, oh, she's just imagining things. I kept saying, for her to be shouting like this, she go don't see something. Pero. So her former bestie said, how I look at people when they say you were right 10 years ago. Like I told you, I have a friend that actually did full episode about this whole situation. And she was like, most of them, they were Annie's close friends back then. After they bought Ashwebi, went to Akwa Ibom for the wedding, they cut off. Because it almost seemed like, are you being serious, babe? No wahala, will support you, drop you for this bus stop. Then most people were just, pulling back. In her stage, she was like, see, if you marry somebody that I know that the person is not correct, I'm not doing. She lost a lot of friends in this marriage. A lot. Now, the first celebrity I'm going to be looking at, remember yesterday we talked about Toke, Tiwa, Tiwa is taking care of her. Tiwa has not said anything publicly, but Toke was the one that said, it'd be like Toke's response is like fights. Mary Remy Njoko put up this one. She said, bro, Annie has a family. Oh. Your sisters-in-law are many. And we have stayed quiet out of respect for her tough choices. But since you have decided to humiliate her at her lowest, no wahala, it's your choice. Just make sure she's healthy and okay, because when the time comes, we have plenty questions for you. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. There was something that happened in Port Harcourt. I think some people encountered the both of them in Port Harcourt and said, say story. Nigeria, the world, everywhere is too small for you to even shit outside. People will hear. Encountered them and said these two people they're using drugs. We don't know who introduced who to what, but the two of them had no correct. Another media personality, according to them, Sir Dixon said, on Annie and Two-Face, we accept the love we think we deserved. In quotes, Annie suffered with him. What exactly did she suffer with him? She has never been rich herself. Tu Baba is the one with the money. If you're talking about infidelity, she chose to stay with him, knowing he loves to sleep around. He has never hidden the fact that he can't stick to one woman. She's not a victim. Two-Face choosing not to stay with her for his own reason is valid. He doesn't have to stay with her simply because she chose to stay with him. Her reason for choosing him... As he calm down. Her reason for choosing him is personal. His reason for quitting is personal. There are rumors she's a violent person anyway. When I ask you to throw toxic relationship away, you say, how can you just ask married people to throw their partner away? Okay, die there. You all know this marriage has never been healthy. You don't have a problem with the divorce. Your anger is that Annie is not the one breaking up. That is true. Sir, that is the only line in this your episode I kind of agree with. I can't be mad at Annie for not breaking up. I've since accepted many of you do not like healthy relationship, but she cannot play victim because she made a choice. Tu Baba chose not to endure the marriage again. A choice. We accept the love we think we deserve. I can't get angry. Truth is painful. Yes, but like I said and I admitted yesterday, the pain is that he made it seem like he's the one that's had enough. When she had the time, she had the red... In fact, Annie was wrapped in a red blanket from day one. She knew. Such is life. A lot of people had reactions. I'm telling you the gospel truth. It dragged people out. So yesterday, remember we were speaking about Toke's side and Diary of a Niger Girl. So Toke went on to write, nobody's asking anyone to stay in a situation that's not serving them any purpose anymore. By all means, leave if you must. But why bring this online this very moment? Exactly. For me, that's the main one. Don't bring it online. Like, even if he was the first person to divorce, I don't really care. Do not bring it online when she's down. That is shitty behavior. That's not mature. That is teenage. And you have teenagers. You're a father of teenagers. You cannot behave like them. We know what is going on behind closed doors. The world doesn't know anything. It's already been hectic with opinions flying around. And when I say we will fight for her, I'm not talking about the general public. A handful of people know the truth, and time will tell. Timing is everything. Empathy is everything. You constantly preach love. You cannot add to the narrative that's out there when you know what is really happening behind closed doors. Exactly. Because when Toke was like, we will fight for her, everybody was like, who is the we? Nobody's asking you. Nobody's asking you. But if you think somebody, in the analogy that Nigerians always use, you think a madman does not have family members until you kill the person. That's when you know. Sister-in-laws are there. People are just marking time. I know that my last video I put a curious case of Bob and Whitney, Nigerian Bob and Whitney. I hope she pulls through, because this whole play that he's playing, I hope for his sake she pulls through. I just hope, because all this is not his fault. He did not tell her to stay. All this thing is gist. Bobby Brown right now is remarried and living his best life. Whitney is gone. All this thing you're saying is gist, because if people that are on Annie's side do not pull her together so that she never thought that part, God forbid she ends like that. A forgotten case, God forbid. Because she did not even utilize her star power in Whitney Houston's case. At least she has songs, she has many star things. Yes, she lost herself because of the use and all of that. Maybe the person that introduced you, they use 2 teaspoons, they do your own. You reach your turn, you use shovel, they do your own. See? Guys, let me know your thoughts. It's been really crazy. Doris Ogala jumped in and said, this thing is a projection on their marriage. It's long overdue. Though Annie is not innocent, but trust me, whatever she did was because she doesn't want to lose TUFACE. This thing na juju torso, but the other one upgraded because she has a witch on her side. The victim here is Tubaba. Pardon? Pardon? You said what? We have left drugs. We are now in juju. Wow. She went on to say these women are evil. Annie is not a child. These people just want to frustrate TUFACE. Annie clinged to TUFACE for a long time. You suffocated this guy for a long time. They will get back together, I bet you. I will advise TUFACE family to save their brother. Oh. These women, I'm still grieving. I got a lot to expose. All these ladies are witches, and Stella is their blogger. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. TUFACE has been in a bottle for so long. My guy music career finished, and they want to play victim card. All of you should wait for me, evil people. You know, we have heard this angle before. We've heard this angle before. I don't know how it went off, but there was a period where we had this angle, and it was cross-referenced when, remember, IVD's wife stayed with her husband to the point of death. Not only did she put her hand in fetish things, she carried out fetish things on his behalf. She joined him in using drugs. She destroyed herself until she set herself ablaze in a bid to punish him. Love your daughters, love your daughters. I think it was a game of who go win this man. And so even when they were not dating and he came and dropped the proposal, it was I don't win kind of thing. But you do not accept the proposal of a man that has a 7 months pregnant girlfriend. It's weird. And you, the man that has 7 months pregnant girlfriend, you did not wait for the baby to drop. It's disrespectful also for that child. It's disrespectful. So the two of them already started on shaky grounds, and it also had been from beginning, because if you are pregnant for somebody and you're in a different country, only to open the interwebs and find out that the person had the gall and the temerity to go and engage somebody else on Valentine's Day, thus sending a message. So your baby that you probably conceived when they were on a break is now going to grow up and not have that fatherly love, because it's like you have to take permission to talk to somebody's fiancé, quote unquote, and then the tussle for Pero was, you think you can hold ring, don't worry, na me still get them. And I do not know at what point these ladies decided to go spiritual, stoning each other, but I'm not even surprised if that is an angle to explore, because if you remember what I said in my last video, Annie lost her first pregnancy because she was literally attacked. These people used to send boys. They fought dirty for TUFACE. You'll be surprised. TUFACE, if not this set of people will get belle for Davido, then they beat each other for road. It was bad back then, and it wasn't like social media was there, so we're having to read from magazines, and it was bad. It was bad. So looking back right now, I feel like there's a lot to unpack. People are here or there. This is the only person that has come out to say, okay, TUFACE is not a victim. Shy using the juju part, not the whole relationship, because the whole relationship, some people insist there's grooming. For me, that grooming word, I don't like when people use it loosely, because there are a lot of people that meet from secondary school and decide to marry. Is it grooming? Some people meet from very early ages. So it's also a part on her parents and her siblings. But from the story I'm hearing, a lot of them fought. A lot of them were on her neck, telling her, do not do this, okay? Many people were on her neck, sharing and telling her, do not do this, do not do this. I want to quickly find my friend's take, because she was the one that gave one of the nice takes. So Tamar did a take, and I really she's a good writer. Anyway, she says, Annie used to be my friend. Isabella called me Auntie Passandra, which is Cassandra. I knew her when she was a wee tot. I've cuddled her to sleep many times. Annie and I are alumni of Next Movie Star, the show that was trending. Her brother Wisdom was a very good friend, and we used to go to their house to eat pepper indomie, graciously prepared by their mom. I remember when I said to Wisdom, why TUFACE no good, no just marry Annie now? He responded, God forbid, make my sister no die, the wahala too much. He said his problem was that TUFACE wouldn't let his sister go. Every time she finds love and is ready to move on, he comes back into her life, chases away her suitors. And boy, Annie had high-profile suitors. She had a nice boutique in Aja. She sells the most amazing shoes. She gifted me some. The Annie I knew was really kind. I remember early on the morning after Valentine's Day, I was in PH, and Wisdom called me and said Ekaite. He and I were in a series together, Dormitory 8, where he was Akman and I was Ekaite. He said, it don't happen, Ino has proposed. I remember we went on set for Chris Honey's production. Annie came in, I gave her a big hug and congratulated her. She came by herself respectfully to tell Chris she won't be able to make set because of her wedding preparations. I held her hand, admired her ring. It was a black diamond ring, and I wished her well. Now so we go Akwa Ibom, AKS for trad, where was Shrebi and whatnot. Normal me. If you be my friend and you marry man where I know good, our friendship ends, make honor no carry my name go far. Why am I sharing this? Annie was never this simpleton. She was never a weak woman. She was a strong girl, EJD. Now, penis. Queenies. Which one is Queenies, Tamar? She said, now Queenies is referring to her as Annie Macaulay. You see, that statement Two-Face made where he said, I am Annie Macaulay. That statement pained me. Stop at Annie. Putting Annie Macaulay on to say you have collect the Idibia name back. On to say the Idibia name help her in this one na suffer where them take shovel chop sha. Business. You dare refer to her as Macaulay. Now that one pay me pass. So exactly, my dear. That's why we take together. That you're referring that you're returning her to factory setting. That is like her maiden name. You call her by papa name. She's no longer a Dibia Nespa. Return her to the 15-year-old girl now that first met you. If you can't, please, I beg you, return her to the bright-eyed, daring actor that was first runner-up next movie star. Return her to that businesswoman who sold the best shoes, the girl who had high and mighty toasters. Anytime this chick tries to move on, he comes back. Case of, I no want you, but I no go let you go. If you cannot, shut up. You will not tell her what to take from Idibia and what not to take. Business, it no go better for us. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I think one of the things I like is the fact that a lot of women are stepping up for her. And Tamar Cassandra Robert, bro, Tamar is a fantastic. You see how she wrote that story and it made plenty sense. She's a great writer. I follow her on Facebook. Super amazing. And of course, she's my friend, so I have to plug her. She continued. She said, I don't comment on Annie's consistent fight with a certain baby mama or Annie's issue at all, because somehow I prefer to hold the memory I know true of this person. Maybe you guys have forgotten, but let me jog your memory. About a year or thereabout before Annie got pregnant for Isabel, she was pregnant, her very first pregnancy. Two-Face's baby mama, don't know which, but you can take a guess, was alleged to be behind the attack. Annie was beat up so badly she lost the pregnancy. Like them beat the belle comot. Did I say this thing? Share your hearing. So that it's not like us is just talking from. This is somebody that knows. That's the see. Anybody that knows Two-Face, that knows his own story, say it. I will read it, because right now we need to know them as persons. It's enough. It's like the two of them went on and join ahead. And I know they think correct. And now we need to separate. We need to, separate it so that we can see what's in your skull. Amen. She took her first child from her in such a brutal manner. That year, we knew the gangster exes of Two-Face, and Annie was their consistent target. Who do remember Hint magazines back to back? Annie Macaulay in fights, Annie Macaulay mobbed, Annie Macaulay beam, Hey! See. So, if Annie has not forgiven or was/is still dragging a certain person and is actually good with the other, your guess is as good as mine. So, there's one person she has not forgiven and there's one person she's good with, she sends her daughter to. Your guess is as good as mine. Annie just has to find herself and rise again. Ije indeed. Personally, I think she loves Two-Face a lot, but there is a deep resentment there that has never gone away. A deep resentment that causes her to lash out terribly from time to time. Baba himself is not looking good. Wahala just plenty there. It's just too much. However, I cannot wait to see the Annie I used to know again. I beg, may fit help us. Guys, let me know your thoughts. I feel one of the statements she made there was very, very correct, because I feel she still has resentment. Somebody that lost her first pregnancy, she got there the marriage. I'm telling you the truth. Resentment is worse than quarrel. There's a resentment that it never goes away. And the longer you stay, the more it builds. It's like there's this deep-seated, the person, you're like, Shay, now me on the drag, you don't win me now. Are you not happy? But still, there's something like, for her to have gotten to this point, she lost too much that although she's happy being here, she's never truly satisfied. And then she's lashing out. Definitely, we've heard talks about her being violent, mood swings, heavy things. They probably were not good together. And even though a lot of people had told her, for everything she suffered, TUFACE seemed like a prize she had to win. Not because she needed it, but because she needed to prove something. So you see, sometimes when you're fighting for something, if God carry and give you, even you could see say, God, there's a reason you did not want me to have it. Be careful what you consistently fight for. Be sure. Because sometimes that victory is not really victory. It's a pain accumulated, like, waiting go. Like, see, there has never been a case, you see. Many people, I feel like for Nigerians, we just felt like, okay, we have exhausted advising Annie, and whenever her story comes up, we'll just be like, Annie is one of those suffer-head people. She will be in the marriage. So nobody ever thought of divorce because they had soared through all the pain. Supposedly, we thought that everything was over, and right now their kids are growing and getting so big they can, relax now. We were wrong. And it's okay. The reason I read Tamar's pieces is just some of us, I think we need to still grasp a bit of who Annie was. As Annie Macaulay, she wasn't just somebody he picked on the streets. She was thriving. There were periods where I remember reading those. And me, although for things that happened recently, I can just forget. But there are some deep things that I read probably many years ago I can never forget. She was a star. A budding star. You know that right back then, all those actresses and stars, suitors back to back, and it's a lot. I believe that this is a story that will be developing because a lot of people are watching, and I pray sincerely from the bottom of my heart that she beats it, whatever it is, that the demons she's fighting, the situation she finds herself. Remember, there's one actress that was in a similar situation. Her own, the good thing about her own is, of course, she wasn't married. A popular actress, she was checked into rehab. Gossip blogs carried it, and she had a very close friend group, and she was able to bounce back. Okay, I'm praying same for Annie, and I'm praying that when she does bounce back, she's able to get all the deals. I'm telling you, I don't care what people think. Be mature. We don't pass that stage. We need to get all, I'm talking from Netflix deals, book deals, chapter 1, chapter 2, series, talk is there, write, teach, start foundations, do the things that you plan to do. 40 is not old. 40 is not old. Annie can bounce back. She can start acting, collaborate with Funke, Mo, or whoever. Get her in front of cameras again. She should go back to school. You can go to Stephanie Linus's husband, Linus Idahusa. He has one film, something. She can go to New York Film Academy, brush up her skills again. Annie, you can do it. Pete Doche is still acting. You can do it. I believe with the right people around, you never feel too big for roles and say, oh no, this one is just Facebook role. Pick as many roles as you can. Brush up your skills. Brush up your skills. I believe Toke can talk to Peace Hyde. She needs her special Netflix deal, and being very serious. Healing with Annie. You guys have to check her to a proper, if Netflix is ready to sponsor it, the moment she comes out, she checks into a proper facility. Maybe we can go to South Africa, we can go to any other country. Proper production, we have Toke, we have Tiwa, we have stories, we can write scripts. Her whole journey, healing with her kids and everything. Just a way to be sure that this whole story doesn't get the better part of her. Because I believe that she's a star. I believe both of them are superstars. In fact, TUFACE is a superstar, yeah. But I also believe that at this point where she has nothing that's like a source of income, she has 2 kids. She needs money. She needs to find herself. You don't just drum up public support and you don't have anywhere to go, So that is me thinking as a business. That is me making lemonade out of lemons. So that would be my take. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This, like I said, is a developing story. These are the takes from celebrities, media personalities, and people very close to Annie and TUFACE about this whole situation. It is messy, yes, but we wish them the best. We wish them the very best. I remain your girl, Acid Darling. Please check out my other videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.